know? Unless you got somebody duct taped upside down in your apartment, you know? And if you do something like that, I want you to feel like you can come to me, you know? Yeah, come to me, confess all of that. We'll go down to the precinct, we'll tell them everything. Yeah, I'm gonna turn you in. This isn't fucking Dexter. What are you mind? There's some feel-good serial killer walking around. He only kills the bad people. Listen, I know your mother and I, we've been arguing a lot lately, all right? But I know, you know I love her. I love her to death, okay? It's weird. I love her to death, but when I watch her eat toast, I just want to choke her. I don't know what it is. It's the routine, right? Left, then the middle. Just why don't you just fold it in half and fucking eat it? You know what I mean? It's unreal. You know? That's straight across the board. Even in the bedroom, right? Always making love to you, missionary style. I love you. Your hair is like an ocean. Never knowing you like to be flipped over and have your face mushed into the pillows. You fucking psycho, right? Nah, she's right. She's always right. What do I gotta work on? I hate having a temper. You know? I don't know if it's hereditary. I don't know if it's part of the country I'm from. I've always snapped. My dad's the greatest dude I ever met in my life. And he had a temper. Anytime anything broke in the house, 5 minutes into fixing it, he was bitching about his marriage. It was hilarious. He'd see something broke. Oh, Christ, will you look at that? God damn it, Billy, give me that fucking screwdriver. I swear to God, I don't know what the fuck I ever got married for. 13 goddamn years of this shit. You're a bitch, lady! You've been a bitch for years! Give me the pliers. Yeah, most guys would have left by now. Most guys would have left by now. That was one of his catchphrases. Most guys would have left by now, and you don't know how fucking good you got it, lady! Yeah, when I was a kid, I thought he was nuts. Then I got older, you know, started dating, I realized, this guy's making a lot of good points. He's not expressing them in the healthiest of ways. I gotta be honest with you, I'm kind of like jealous of the way my dad gets to talk to my mom sometimes. You know? Where are all those old school women you can just take your day out on? You know? When did they stop making those angels? Who just knew it had nothing to do with them, they just sit there and let you blow out the lines, right? What a luxury. Right? To fail all day, you come home and download all your insecurities on this other person. How was your day? How the fuck was your day? I'm out here making decisions. Keep these kids away from me. Give me a goddamn drink. Oh, with the tears. Then the bra-burning generation came in, right? Now you gotta sit there and listen to their stories all the time. Oh, it's the worst. You know what's the worst is when they're telling you a story and you want to listen, but just what they're talking about, you can't even retain it. So I was supposed to go out to lunch with Jennifer. I'm all ready to do that. I show up, she's there with Susan. She knows I hate Susan. I look like shit. Susan's been going to the gym. I mean, at that point, your head is like a newborn baby. You're trying to hold it up. You know? You can't. Even if you're trying to pay attention, you can't. Then you just start staring at their mouth after a while. Like, I can't believe it keeps coming out. This is fucking unbelievable. It's like, it starts fading off. You start thinking about your own life, right? Why did I take Nebraska given 28? What the fuck is wrong with me? It's an away game. All of a sudden our voice goes, it goes up, right? I'm like, fuck, that was a question. All right, now what do? Can't say yes, you can't say no, you gotta come with something neutral. What the fuck are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? It is what it is. You put one foot in front of the other and, you know, halftime adjustments, got nothing. No. I don't want to make my dad out like a psycho, man. My dad's the best dude I know, man. But, you know, I understand him, though. You know, he's like the exact opposite of me. You know, I planned out my life a little more, right? That's why I never got married. Never thought about getting married. It just looked horrific. It looked really difficult. It looked like a lot of them failed. Then if you had a kid, you have that whole weird situation, right? You got this thing that half looks like you, half looks like somebody you used to love and now want to slap the shit out of, right? Kid's coming up to the walk, you're like, son, just look to the right a little. Let me just kind of cheat, but Dad, I want to look at you. It's brutal. My dad was the exact opposite. Fell in love, got married, just started having kids. Had 5 kids by the time he was 33. Pre-Oprah, pre-Dr. Phil, pre-chicken soup for the holy fuck. I got 5 kids. I don't even know who I am yet. The pressure of that, feeding all those kids, man, I'm telling you. Every 3-4 days, he would just snap out of nowhere, you know? Can you pass the salt? Ah, you fucking bitch, out the fucking married for this bullshit! Boom, he'd slam the door, have the car in 3rd gear by the time we got it to the end of the driveway. Bop, 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 bop. My mother would always do the exact same shit. Just lock the door behind him, turn around, look at the kids, and just be like, man, he's just crazy. He's just a crazy person. What is wrong with him? 8 hours later, he'd show up, no apology. She'd have dinner ready. She messed it up. He'd give her a rough time. Christ, you cooked the shit out of it. I don't know. I think I'll be a good dad, though. You know? I do. No, I analyzed it. I actually finally come to the point. I want to have a kid, and I don't think it's that hard. I don't. Part of me really believes that, and the other part is I just like pissing off people with kids, you know? Whenever you say shit like that, oh, dude, you have no idea how difficult it is. This is a great one to say. Well, I mean, I got a dog. I mean, you know, how much dude, you can't even fucking compare it to a dog. Yeah, I can. I just did, and I'll do it again. Mine's got 4 legs. Yours only has 2. Go ahead. Yours bites someone and gets a timeout. Mine gets put down. Stakes are raised. No, I think I know. I think I know how to raise a kid. You know what it is? You just play catch with them. I think that's the big deal, man. That's how you raise a kid. You play catch with them. You just talk about life. You distract them by throwing the ball. They don't even notice. You're filling their heads up with your theories. Right? You don't do it the old school way, the way your parents used to. Sit down across from you. You want to tell me about your day? Did anybody offer you any drugs? You're learning about sex? You're like, dude, you're fucking freaking me out. I'm trying to eat a Pop-Tart here, right? No, you just take in the back. You play catch with them. That's it. You talk about life, right? What's that, son? We're not going to church today. Fuck that. It's all a bunch of bullshit. God's everywhere, but I got to go down there to see him? Really? And he's mad at me down there and I owe you money? Go fuck yourself. Just cry. That's stupid. It's ridiculous. It's in here. All right? It's not down. It's in here. They try to take it. It's in here. You do something good, you feel good. You do something bad, you feel bad, you know? Unless you're like a sociopath and you don't feel shit. You know? Unless you got somebody duct taped upside down in your apartment, you know? And if you do something like that, I want you to feel like you can come to me, you know? Yeah, come to me, confess all of that. We'll go down to the precinct. We'll tell them everything. Yeah, I'm going to turn you in. This isn't fucking Dexter. What are you, out of your mind? You have some feel-good serial killer walking around. He only kills the bad people. Listen, I know your mother and I, we've been arguing a lot lately, all right? But I know, you know I love her. I love her to death, okay? It's weird. I love her to death, but when I watch her eat toast, I just want to choke her. I don't know what it is. It's the routine, right? Left, then the middle. It's just, why don't you just fold it in half and fucking eat it? You know what I mean? It's unreal. You know? That's when you know you met the right one. When you want to slap the shit out of him, but you don't. You know? You want to leave, but you don't. There's something about him you just can't fucking leave. Right? So don't settle down till you meet one like that. That's when you know. Till then, put a condom on, just bang as many as you can so you don't have a midlife crisis. That's what you do. Don't tell your mother I'm telling you any of this shit either. Yeah. That's my game plan. I do have a dog. That doesn't count for anything. I've never understood that. I love my dog, but I've learned a lot being a dog owner, man. Any dog's a good dog unless you're a psycho. You know, I got a pit bull. It's still a great dog unless you're a fucking psycho. And evidently, I'm a psycho because my dog has just been a complete maniac over the last like 6 months, you know? I didn't realize that dogs feed off your vibes, you know? Like if you're chilling, they're chilling, you know? If you're sleeping, they're sleeping. But if you're a psycho like me and you're screaming at the ref on TV being like, dude, you gotta be fucking kidding me! I didn't realize the dog was over in the corner being like, yeah, you gotta be fucking kidding me. This is bullshit. I don't know what this guy's mad at, but I love this guy. This guy feeds me. Is it the door? Are you mad at the door? Yeah, I had no idea I was amping this dog up. I'm so selfishly in my own world. I'd be like on the computer and would crash. And be like, oh, really? Really? Dog's over in the corner with like a chew toy. I never noticed like that Game 7 look she was getting on her face. And one day, I amped her up too much, had no clue, and I went outside. We were just walking down the street, and some poor bastard comes the other way, and the dog's like, that's that motherfucker. Yeah! Lunge at this guy. I had to pull her back. I'm like, dude, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. She's never done anything like that, right? Looking down at the dog, what's wrong with you? Dog's looking up at me like, huh? I got that son of a bitch, didn't I? I love you. You feed me. I got you. How the hell did you see him that far away, man? Your ears must be better than mine. It's unbelievable. Right? Then I got nervous. I got nervous around my own dog. I started thinking, fuck, are pit bulls really like this? Do they just go psycho? Man, this is nuts, right? That's another bad vibe to have around your dog, because they pick up on that vibe, right? This dude comes walking down the street, and I immediately just start thinking like, oh shit, she gonna do it again? Oh shit, oh shit. Dog just looks at me like, oh shit, what? Oh shit, what? Him? Ah! Runs at another guy. Had to pull her back. Jesus Christ, I'm sorry. Looking down at the dog. Dog's trying to chest bump me and shit, right? Dude, it got so bad one day, she almost ate a landscaper, right? Yeah, so I'm like, I gotta take this thing to a trainer, man. So I load it up in the Prius, and I drive over there, right? Yeah, I have a Prius. Go ahead, judge me. I love that shit. If you have a Prius, people, you know, you can't win. You got a truck with a big lift kit, people, oh, it's probably because he has a little dick. Right? How come it's not because he has a dick down to the floor? Maybe that's why he needs all that clearance, right? You know? If that means you have a little dick, then if I have a Prius, doesn't that mean I have a huge dick, right? Because according to my friends, it means I'm a fag, right? Anyways. Let me towel off here for a moment. So I fucking take this dog down to this trainer, right? And I show up, got the dog in the back. The trainer comes out, he's got his hat on backwards, he got stubble, you know, big, large cargo pants, you know, all shorts on and stuff. And I'm thinking, this guy's a psycho, right? And I look at my dog's like sizing him up. I'm like, this is perfect, he can handle him. So the guy goes, all right, when you hand this dog to me, make sure you got the leash totally taut like that, all right? Don't have any slack in it. I said, no problem, right? And somehow I fucked up, I left a little slack in it, and this dog just lunged right at the dude's balls, right? And just barely missed him and just got a big mouthful of his big cargo shorts, right? And immediately he just grabs and goes, all right, get out of here, right? But instinctually, I tried to help out, and he just goes, get the fuck out of here! Yeah, I didn't realize that the only reason why the dog was acting like that was because I was there and it felt like it needed to protect me. So the second I left, the situation immediately just became awkward, right? Dog was just sitting there like, okay, like I thought we were like together and we were like friends and you were some bad guy and all of a sudden he just drove away and I don't know how to feed myself. You want to be friends? Yeah, I come back 4 days later, the dog's laying at the guy's feet, right? He's rubbing her belly. She's reaching up, playing with his goatee and shit. And he goes, go ahead, have a seat. Why don't you take me through your day with this dog? Immediately, I started getting like this First 48 vibe, right? Like they're coming at me. So I got like defensive. I'm like, what do you mean? I take it for a hike every morning. He goes, that's good, that's good. Anything, you know, special happen on the hike? I'm like, well, you know, I don't know. She takes a shit. I pick it up. It's like, all right, easy. You play any games with her? I go, yeah, at the end of the hike. I let her, you know, for reward for going on the hike, I let her run up the stairs by herself. I go, go on, Cleo. I let her run up the stairs, and I count 5, 1,000, and then I run up there, and then we start wrestling. Put her in a headlock, sweep her front legs, right? But her tail's wagging, you know? She's not growling. I go, that's a good thing, right? He's like, no, it's fucking horrible. I'm like, why? He goes, you just taught your dog to claim the house and then fight for it every fucking day after the hike. No wonder this thing's trying to attack the mailman, you know? So then I got upset. I'm like, wait a minute, dude, you're telling me like I can't even play with my dog? He's like, no, you can play with it, but you got to bring that energy back down. The problem is you keep amping this thing up, getting that Mike Singletary look on his face. Then by the time you walk out, doesn't matter if you're relaxed, mentally the dog is like walking through the tunnel at the Rose Bowl like, this is what we play for! Somebody hit somebody! Yeah, so I'm actually learning to control my temper because of a fucking pit bull. So, I don't know, my girl's been bugging me lately. She's ready to settle down. I think I'm ready to settle down too, you know? I got the one. I know I've been saying this shit for years. I have been, you know? She's great. The only thing I don't like is she's really into reality TV. She watches all those dumb shows, put 10 whores in a house. Somebody tries to find a wife, right? She watches fat people cry about fudgicles. Blubber in their eyes. Oh, sometimes I don't even open the wrapper. I just start eating, and then I get down to the stick, and I know I should stop because it's made out of wood. She's just there crying right along with them. Yeah, throw yourself in the river, you fat fuck. No, she gets so mad at me. It's like, look, I don't put on TV to cry. I like to be entertained. I love when they fall on the treadmill and go flying into the drywall. It's like some modern-day medieval weapon. I love it. All those horrific shows. Biggest fights we have. She watches Intervention. There's enough. You like that? Oh my God, it's so awesome. Watching a family completely fall apart. What is entertaining about that when they have that classic before picture? The pre-meth picture. She was so beautiful. She was the prom queen. Everybody loved her. Then they cut to her like laying in like a gutter. I'll suck your dick. I'll suck your dick. I'll suck your dick. No, we have these huge battles. You know what the maddest she ever got at me was? One time she was watching this show. It was like a poor excuse for The View. And they started talking about domestic violence. Right? For the 9 millionth time this year, they're talking about domestic violence. Just in case, you know, you didn't get the memo. You know? Evidently, you know, just some people didn't get it. It's not okay to slam your wife's head into the cupboard drawers because she didn't dry the can opener off properly. You know? It's gonna fucking rust, right? How do you not know not to do that shit? Do they really have to keep talking about it? It's like wife beaters watching for, oh, fuck, ah! Now I get it. Upset daisy, sweetheart, here we go. There you go, oh. So at the end of the hour, they come to the logical conclusion. They're like, there is no reason to hit a woman. There is no reason to hit a woman. And I was just like, really? I could give you like 17 right off the top of my head. You could wake me from a drunken stupor, I could still give you like 9. Dude, there's plenty of reasons to hit a woman. You just don't do it. But to sit there and suggest that there's no reason. Dude, the level of ego behind that statement. What are you, levitating above the rest of us? You're never annoying? Women, how many times have you thought about slapping your fucking guy in the head this week? There you go. Every day. You didn't do it, right? Oh, dude, it drives me nuts. There's no reason. There's no reason. Really? No reason? How about this? You marry a girl, you fall in love, you buy her a house. You go to work every day paying off the house. You come home one day, she's banging the next door neighbor, hands you divorce papers. You got to move out, sleep on a futon, and still pay for that house that she's going to stay in. No reason. I'm not saying you should do it, but there's plenty of fucking reasons in that arc of a story. All right, that was a hypothetical. You want an actual story? I'll give you one. I'll give you one. All right, I fucked up my foot playing drums, trying to get my bass drum foot as fast as John Bonham's, because I figure that's a good thing to focus on. 43 years of age, never married, no kids. I figure this is going to lead me to the light, right? This is what I need to do. So I don't know what I did. I felt like after I played for like an hour, and afterwards I felt like literally like there was some midget stabbing me in the bottom of my foot, right? Like I had lightning coming out of the bottom of my foot. So I did the typical guy thing. I'm like, I'm not going to the hospital. I'll sleep it off. Be fine, right? Next morning, I wake up, my foot's even worse. And I gotta walk my crazy dog. So I'm like, I can't do it. My foot's killing me. So I wake up my girl, go, sweetheart, can you do me a favor? Can you do me a favor? Can you walk the dog for me? Can you just take the shift? You know, I'll do your afternoon shift. Can you just do me this solid? Can you do this for me? And she's just like, oh. You know, I had a late night last night. I'm tired. I have a big day. And I just go, fuck it. She goes, what do you mean, fuck it? It's like, why can't you just say no? Why do you always gotta like waterboard me with like a 20-minute explanation that eventually winds its way around to go, fuck yourself? Just say no. So I'm just limping out of the room. Whatever, go back to bed. You got a big day, right? So now I'm like limping down the street. I got like Tourette's, fucking goddamn bullshit. Dog's walking next to me. I gotta admit, I got a little childish. I did. I got a little childish, you know? I was just thinking about my relationship. I'm like, this is the relationship I'm in? You just gonna do whatever the hell you wanna do, right? And fuck me? Fine, I'm gonna do whatever the hell I wanna do. I feel like listening to my iPod on full blast, walking around the house. That's what I'm gonna do. So that's what I did. Turned it all the way up, and my whole plan was just to walk by her like I didn't even know her. That was it. She came down the hall, I just ghosted her. Just walked right past her. Just trying to piss her off. And I gotta tell you something, worked like a charm. Worked like a charm. Yeah, hung my coat up, turned around. By the time I turned around, she was already yelling at me. But the music was so loud, not only could I not hear her, it actually looked like she was singing the song that I was listening to. Ah, it's one of the highlights of the relationship. So I knew what she was saying. I was like, whatever, I don't want to talk about it. Leave me alone. I'm going on to the computer, right? So I limp over and I sit down, and unbeknownst to me, she's like, now, we're going to talk about this right now. Comes out, poof, and slaps the headphones off my head. I got big ears. It fucking hurt. So I'm like, honey, leave me alone. I don't want to talk about it. Put the headphones back on. She comes right back up again. Poof, slaps them off a little harder. This time they spin halfway around my head. Caveman DNA starts coming up. Talking through my teeth. Honey, leave me alone. Don't want to talk about it, right? Put them on. Third time she comes out. Poof, slaps them right across the room, and I snap. I'm like, fine. You want to have the fight? Let's fucking have the fight. She's like, we will discuss this later when you calm down. Right there. I just wanted to roll her up on her yoga mat and stuff her behind the couch. Just leave her there until she got thirsty. Come on, let me out of here. I have a spin class. You've made your point. This is ridiculous. No, that's the thing. Really is. That's the thing. I hate that saying there's no reason. Obviously, I'm not saying to hit a woman, you know. But saying there's no reason, I think that's crazy. When you say there's no reason, that kills any sort of examination as to how two people ended up at that place. If you say there's no reason, whew, you cut out the build-up, you're just left with the act. How are you going to solve it if you don't figure it out? Look how awkward it is in here right now. I said you shouldn't hit a woman. I'm just saying, how come you can't ask questions? You can only ask questions about what the guy did. You can never ask about the woman. Why is that? Why is that? What is that? What does answer him right mean? What does that mean? Are you the idiot who got up halfway through the special during the bit and you're like walking around like I'm not fucking taping a special here? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Fucking had to ignore all of that and now you're gonna like yell out? And not only that, yell something that makes no fucking sense whatsoever? Answer him! Answer him! Every fucking special I do, there's always one. Always, right down the fucking middle. Talking about hitting women, sweetheart. And I think you just added another reason. Jesus fucking Christ. I love this. I'm not even in a relationship with her, and she's fucking nagging me. Fucking unbelievable. Look, I understand hitting a woman's a bad thing, okay? Well, how come you can't fucking ask questions? I just don't understand. Like, if I got bit by a rattlesnake, wouldn't you guys have some questions? Right? How did it happen? Did you not see it? Were you fucking with it? How did this snake get so mad it almost killed you? Firemen put out a fire, they don't just drive away afterwards, they sift through the debris. How did it start? Here's an oily rag, right? Look, I realize I'm coming off pretty ignorant right about now. I realize that. Let me extend an olive branch then, okay? I realize that there's some animal guys out there, okay? Horrible guys, you know, have a rough day at the factory, come home, tuna casserole, and just start swinging, all right? I'm not trying to say that those people don't exist. I realize they exist. They should be buried underneath the prison, okay? So if I can admit that, ladies, can you at least admit that every ass kicking doesn't just fall out of the fucking sky? Really? Even hockey has 2 minutes for instigating, right? They understand that some back and forth happened before that shit, you know? You know what it is? Is every case is handled like that Rihanna one, where they just say, the guy's a piece of shit, fuck this guy, blah, 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 send him to jail, and then they never ask anything about that. You know, I'm not saying he should have done it, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying, dude, in your heart of hearts, what do you think was going down before that happened? You think she was just sitting there going, oh my God, Baskin Robbins, you want to get some ice cream? And he fucking, you know? Or do you think maybe they were having some epic end of the relationship fight and some crazy shit was being said? Maybe she was screaming in his ear some crazy female shit like, oh, fuck all your friends, I don't give a fuck. Maybe that's why I sell more albums than you, motherfucker. Right? To be fair, she could have just been sitting there going, I need a tissue. Do you keep those in the glove box? Oh my God, I'll bring my out. I'll bring my out. Now, fuck that, because you know what it is? They never address how women argue, which I think is a core of a lot of that shit. You know? And I got to tell you something, man. Like, I never knew how women argued. But after 20 years of losing every significant battle in a relationship, I finally figured out how they argued. I'm going to tell you something. I'm starting to turn this franchise around. I have begun a winning tradition. This is how they argue, as far as I can tell. All right? If they're right, they argue the point. And they stay on point and make sure you stay on point until you're down on your knees, apologizing, begging for forgiveness. All right? No problem with that. Totally respect it. But here's the thing. If they're wrong, they go rogue. They go off-road. They start thinking of shit you're sensitive about. Maybe you don't get along with your dad. And in their head, they just start concocting this evil statement. Totally designed, this desperate Hail Mary attempt to make you so fucking mad, you just call them a cunt. That's what it is. And cunt trumps all the bullshit they did to start the argument. Now it's not about that. Well, that's no reason to call me a cunt. And then that's it. You're in this room now, right? My girl knows my big thing is, my big fear in life is to be that dude who grows old, you know, grows old alone, has like that basement apartment, just screaming up at the younger couple, turn it down! That isn't music! So I noticed that anytime she was losing a fight, out of nowhere, she'd just be like, well, that's why you're just gonna grow old and be alone. Then I'd lose my shit. The next thing you know, I'm in the kitchen washing dishes for the 9th fucking time in a row. This is what the argument was about. I was so right. What happened? So if you learn anything from my ignorance tonight, just know this. Next time you're in a battle with your beautiful woman, your wife, girlfriend, whatever, and they start out of nowhere, okay? You're winning, and they just start saying that crazy shit out of nowhere. Just know in that moment you've won the fight, okay? All right? Don't get mad. Bob and weave, slip all of that shit. Maybe because you got a little dick. Just let that slide. Stay in the pocket of the argument. Okay? It's over. The argument is over. You've won. Just take a knee and run out the clock. All right? Yes. Lean on the ropes. Let them punch themselves out. And then in the end, you throw their psychology right back at them. Well, maybe we should discuss it later when you calm down. And they won't hook up with you for a couple of days. Who cares? Who cares? You rub one out. Rub one out like a man. It's the champagne of victory. Oh, so I've learned. I finally learned to, like, keep my cool in my relationship. Happened a couple years ago, right? Me and my girl had this big argument one day, right? Actually, you guys want to hear a story? You want to hear about the time my girl punched me in the face on her birthday? You want to hear that one? This is what happened. If I'm really honest, the fight started like 3 months earlier. It's like the middle of March. We're just driving around, and all of a sudden she sees this clothing store. She's like, oh my God, I didn't know they had one of those out here. We need to stop and go in there. So I'm like, fuck it, let's go in there. I walk in, immediately I see it's one of these stores that doesn't have any chairs. And I know what they're trying to do. I'm gonna be standing right next to her, and when she likes something, I gotta buy it. I don't give a fuck. I'm not playing that. I go over and I sit down underneath a mannequin. Got like the dress hanging in my head. Sir, you can't sit there. I don't give a fuck. Looks like I'm doing it. Looks like I'm doing it, all right? So unbeknownst to me, she finds some sweater that she likes, right? Some ridiculously priced, like $400 or some shit like that, right? So she knows it's not her birthday, none of that crap. She can't ask me for it. So now she's got to go into manipulation mode. What do I use? What do I use? Do I be sad? Do I pout? Do I use sex? Can't do that. You know what she went with? She went with the little girl, right? She just came out. She's just like, I'm like, what's up? She's like, saw something that I liked. And I just want to be like, well, then why don't you fucking pay for it? So she goes over and she shows it to me, right? And I'm like, it's $400. She goes, can you get it? I go, no, I'm not doing that. Fuck that. It's not your birthday. It's not Valentine's Day. It's March. What am I getting you that for St. Patrick's Day? Get the fuck out of here. I'm not doing it. So I don't know what happened. We're driving home, and somehow she manipulated the argument. Not that she asked for the sweater, and not that I said no. It was the way I said no, right? Got in this huge argument. Got so mad by the time we got back to the house, I just told her to get out. I'm driving away. So I just drove away in the Prius, right? So I was so fucked up about it, I had to call my sister up, right? Call her up to get a female perspective. She's laughing her ass off, going, you took all the bait, you're an idiot. I go, what do I do? She goes, well, why don't you go back down to the store and just buy the sweater, hold on to it, and give it to her a few months later for her birthday. And I'm like, fucking genius. Genius. I hate the pressure of the birthday. All her friends, so what are you getting her? What are you gonna get her? Fucking sweater, bitch. Bam. That's it. Got it. All right? Fast forward 3 months, it's her birthday, right? She's just, I'm laying in bed. She wakes up. She wanted to go to some restaurant that night. She's like, did you make the reservations? I'm like, I haven't made them yet, but we'll be good, right? She starts freaking out. What do you mean? It's my birthday. What do you mean you didn't make the reservations? I'm like, sweetheart, it's a Tuesday in the middle of a recession. I'm sure that there's going to be a table, right? So she starts freaking out. In the back of my head, I'm like, I got this sweater. I'm good, right? So the more she yells at me, the funnier it becomes to me. But like an asshole, rather than laughing at myself, I sort of snickered out loud, right? Sort of giggled a couple times, and she just snapped, like, are you laughing at me? Are you laughing at me on my birthday? And then the more she yelled, the more I laughed. The more I laughed, the more she yelled, and it was just this vicious fucking thing all the way up, right? She got all the way to the point she was standing at the back door going, you're gonna laugh at me on my birthday? Fuck you! Boom! Slams the door. Runs down the stairs. At that point, I'm literally in the fetal position, like dying laughing, walking towards the bathroom. Then all of a sudden I hear, she came back up the stairs. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I got a little scared for half a second. No, I did. I was in my underwear. I was feeling vulnerable. She comes flying into the bathroom, and the second I saw her face, I knew she was gonna hit me, right? And I'm such an asshole, I actually have a game plan for when a woman's gonna hit you. Like, that's how many women I've pissed off in my lifetime. I actually know what's going down. This is how it is. Most women, they're flailers. All right? Unless they had some sort of MMA training, then you're on your own. You're probably gonna catch a few, right? But most of them are flailers. Most are right-handed. So you gotta guess overhand right. That's the first thing you gotta guess. So you get down in the pocket, right? That overhand right comes in, bam, you catch that wrist. Second the right's coming, you know the left's coming. Bam, you catch that one. This is the crucial moment. Second you got the right, the next thing you got the left, immediately you gotta step back and you gotta go like this. Because she's gonna try to kick you right in the balls. As she kicks you, then you spin them around, tuck your head down low, because they will try to headbutt you, and then you just use the weight of your torso to slowly bring them down to the floor as you whisper sweet things. Oh, look at the tiles. Remember you picked those out? They go so well with the wallpaper, right? But she tricked me. She came into the bathroom, she invented this new punch. She didn't throw a right, she didn't throw a left. She came, I think, this two-fisted, I called it like the defibrillator, right? She caught me in the shoulder and like in my appendix, just fucking wham, like that. Almost went flying back into the bathtub. And I caught myself, and she's all ready for me to take the bait and flip out, and I didn't. I just remained calm. I was just like, sweetheart, I think you need to go to work now. She didn't know what to do. She's like, and she just walked out. All right? Went down to the car, drove to work. I walked out in the kitchen, I got some Cheerios, sat down and started watching SportsCenter. Fucking 3 minutes later, all of a sudden the phone rings. Right? Pick up the phone and I just hear her going, hi. Okay, things got a little crazy. I'm like, a little crazy? You almost split my head open in the goddamn tub. I'm sorry, I'm passionate. That's what they say when they start swinging. I'm passionate. I just have so much love for you. I try to cause you to have a seizure. I don't know. I'm good at this. I fuck up my personal life all the time, man. I really do. You know, I'm afraid to get married, man. Why man wouldn't be afraid to get married at this point? You know, look at Kobe. Look at the shit he's going through right now. All right? Guy's getting a divorce. His wife's gonna get $70 million. Never hit a layup in her life. You know, can anybody explain these divorce settlements? Can anybody make sense of these fucking things? Tiger Woods' wife, $250 million. She's a babysitter worth $250 million fucking dollars. Somebody, go ahead. Somebody, explain, justify it. Justify it. What, he cheated on her? I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. He cheated on her. Great, the relationship's over right then. Kobe cheated, right? Shouldn't that relationship been over right then? Why did she hang around like some jaded cop for 3 years trying to get her fucking pension, right? Get that 10 years in? I don't know, maybe that's too harsh. That shit bothers me, man. Dude, there is an epidemic of gold-digging whores in this country. And every night I put on the news, and I'm waiting for someone to address it. Every night, never see it, you know? And every night I bring up gold-digging whores, and the whole crowd pulls back like I'm up here talking about Bigfoot, right? Like I'm saying the moon's made out of cheese or something. Talking about whores, people. They're everywhere. How many? How many more great men are going to get chopped in half before we do something? Why is it so quiet in here? God damn, I don't get it. What is it? Is it women? Do you think I'm calling you? I'm not calling any woman here a whore, okay? So don't pull back. That's not fair, okay? If you brought up wife beaters, I wouldn't like pull back. I get it. There's guys hitting women, they need to be stopped. We gotta understand that gold-digging whores are the wife beaters for men. Yeah, they are. Except we don't have that Rihanna lumped up photo in the end, so it's not obvious. It's in the eyes. It's in the lines in your face. It's in Mel Gibson's high-pitched voice on the answering machine. I had to give up my Laker tickets, right? That is the sound of a man being taken for everything he's got. I gotta tell you, I'm envious of women, okay? I'm not saying your problems get solved, but at least they're taken seriously. You know? People, you got 1-800 numbers, you got ribbons, there's groups. People give a shit. Anything happens to a guy, it's just considered funny. Some woman cut her husband's dick off, threw it in the garbage disposal, and turned it on. People thought it was hilarious. They were, hey, Stumpy, nobody cares. You think if a guy removed a woman's titty and threw it in the dryer, anybody would be joking about it the next day? The entire country would grind to a halt. There'd be a moment of silence. The NFL would have some special colored headband everybody had to wear for an entire month. The most effeminate color they could possibly come up with. All my heroes are going down. Arnold Schwarzenegger, another great man. Another great man. Taken down by that gold-digging whore of a maid he's got. And I'm not saying he's not a piece of shit for doing what he did. It was a piece of shit move. But how come only he got chastised? What about the maid? Why was she called the maid that entire story? She was never called a whore, ever. Just boggled my mind. She knew his wife, first name basis, played with their kids, fucked her husband in their own goddamn bed. That's right down the checklist. First ballot Hall of Fame whore, right there. Never. Why do you think she hooked up with him? Because of that 1987 flat top he's still rocking? The giant space between his teeth I could put this mic cord through? Or do you think maybe it's all that kindergarten cop money laying around the goddamn bedroom? No, it's awful. It's a horrific thing to see as a guy, watching guys go through that shit, you know? And then there's no sort of examination of it. They just go, he's an idiot. Hey, he's stupid. That guy's stupid. If that guy's stupid, what the fuck am I, right? Does it even make sense? Why would you do that? Why would you accomplish all that and then fuck it up hooking up with one of the ugliest human beings I've ever seen in my life? Not saying I'm a prize, I'm just saying, you know? It's got to be something beyond that, right? You know what I think it is? I think it comes down to the way he talks, you know? That dude should be unloading trucks in Transylvania. That should have been the height of his success. But because he's a great man, he had the balls to move to America. Became famous for lifting weights. I lift weights, nobody gives a shit. He lifts weights, becomes super famous. Did he rest on his laurels? No. Next challenge. I'm gonna become an actor despite the fact that nobody can really understand me. Against all odds, he starts making movies. Get down, there's a bomb, get out of there. Becomes one of the biggest blockbuster stars of all time. What are you gonna do next, Arnie? I think I'll marry a Kennedy. There's no fucking way you can do that. Bam, he does it. Cherry on top, I'm running for governor of a state I can't even pronounce, and he wins the election. Why wouldn't this guy think he couldn't bang his maid in his own bed and get away with it? This dude has been in the zone for over 4 decades. 4 decades, nothing but net. Bang a maid in my own bed? Dude, that's a layup. Are you serious? I had a hit movie with the midget. I don't even need a condom. Right? And then what happens? The smoke clears. Then all these trolls come out of the woodwork and start judging this great man. All these fatties, these fucking old guys who never got any with their jowls coming on TV. Absolutely reprehensible behavior. What kind of a public servant? His legacy is like they have any idea what it's like to be tempted at that level, right? Like they have groupies as they waddle out to their Mercury Tracer parked on the other side of a dumpster. Really? You're beating them off? This guy, he's not a great man anymore? Terminator doesn't count? Is that what the fuck you're telling me? Because he fucked Alice? Really? He's still not a great man because he did that. Then the whole thing's over? Anybody here think they could move to Austria, learn the language, become famous for working out, then be a movie star, then marry into their royalty and hold public office? How many lifetimes would you need? I'm on my 3rd attempt at Rosetta Stone Spanish. All right? How can I judge these guys? I can barely handle the temptations of Facebook. I'm gonna judge Tiger Woods? I golf. I don't walk off the 18th hole and there's a busload of Scandinavian women waiting to fuck my brains out. Sorry, ladies, gotta go home to the wife, right? No, it kills me. And there's no help out there for guys. There isn't. There's nothing out there to help you handle becoming rich and famous. There's nothing to prepare you for that platoon of whores that's gonna form on the horizon, right? Like Braveheart, faces painted, skirts on, will run down the hill, they'll jump on your dick in front of your wife. They don't give a shit. It's not even a handbook out there. I saw one article written about it on the cover of Time magazine. It said, why do so many rich, famous, and powerful men act like absolute pigs, right? And the article was actually written by a woman. That's like me writing a book, The Third Trimester and What to Expect. Ladies, you're gonna feel a pressure. How the hell would I know? You don't want to hear that from me, right? Then why is this woman telling me what it's like to have a dick? That makes no sense. You have no idea what it's like to have a dick. 24/7, do it, fuck it, do it. That's what it's saying. Do it. Do it. Yeah, do it. That's how we survived as a species. Every man in here is programmed to fuck 85% of the women in this room. Right? Yeah, we are. Do it, fuck it, do it, you know? It's just that you won't. That's the only reason why we don't, you know? That's not you keeping your dick in check, you know? Some guy at Home Depot working there, he wants to fuck just as many women as a celebrity, right? But he can't do it because whores don't care about lumber, right? But the second he hits the fucking lottery, all of a sudden, you know that, do it, fucking do it, you know? That wasn't affecting his life. Then all of a sudden these whores show up. I'll do it, I'll suck it, I'll do it, right? No, somebody's got to step up, all right? I'm not even blaming whores, really. Just guys, we're fucking idiots. What are we doing? Why are we working so hard and then giving it all away to some chick who did 3 shifts at a fucking Hooters, you know? They're fucking bums. Sitting there with fucking Dorito dust in their cleavage, walking around with hundreds of millions of dollars. I'm sick of that shit. That's what the law says. 100 years ago, I could beat you with a fucking mop handle and be like, well, that's what the law says. Doesn't make us right. No, it's unreal. And all this shit's going down, and we're not doing anything. What are we doing? Same old shit. Sitting around watching Shark Week, right? Watching shit about poisonous snakes half a world away, just filling your head up with all this useless information. What to do if you come face to face with a Bengal tiger? Don't look at it, don't look away. Slowly back up as you push your friend forward, right? All this useless information, yet hanging between your legs is this thing that could crumble your entire empire 7 minutes or less. Don't know a fucking thing about it. Even worse, you think it's your friend. Yeah, you know why? Because your dick's like a dreamer, you know? Your dick believes. It's like a motivational speaker. I don't give a shit what question you ask it. It's always like, yeah, absolutely. Sounds like a plan. Exit strategy. Later. We'll be fine. Where's your dick when you get caught, right? Then it's just slumped over like, hey, I thought it was a good idea, you know? Yeah. You have to know that. Dude, if your dick was a third base coach, it wouldn't hold anybody up. It'd just be fucking waving people around. Everybody, go in standing up. You got it. Oh, shit, here she comes. Slide. All right, you guys were awesome. Thank you so much for coming out.
I just got fired, but I've been telling people I got laid off. That's the move. You can't say fired. You got to say laid off. Because when you say laid off, your friends actually have sympathy for you. They're like, oh, don't worry about it. You land on your feet. When you say you got fired, all they have for you is questions. Like, what happened? What'd you do? And I'd answer those questions if I had a cool answer. If I could say something like, oh, dude, they caught me vaping in the handicap stall. They caught me jerking off in the handicap stall. But I gotta look them dead in the face and just be like, oh, dude, they told me I was a bad culture fit. It's true, though, I am. I'm like a facilitator of workplace hatred. That's like my thing. I'm like the last guy you want to see in a break room, truly. If you're having a bad day, I'm just gonna pile on, really. Open the cabinet, oh, we're out of peanut butter pretzels again. I'm in the corner. This company doesn't fucking care about us. Look, I can't be the only person that actively roots against their company to fail, right? Look, paycheck is nice and all, but wouldn't you just like to see it all burn? It's a startup. Who would miss it, right? And I had to check out my resume for the first time in a while. You ever look at an old resume and just marvel at the lies? Bold, italics, lies. It's all. I had a line in there that said, entrepreneur. Like, yeah, I used to sell Adderall. Like, what do we... And I don't feel bad talking about that either, because I don't think you can overdose on Adderall. Like, I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm not like a doctor or a reliable guy. I've just never seen an episode of CSI where they walk into a dead guy's place like, must have been an extended release. Oh, this guy's chores are done. I had to go to a bunch of job interviews, and I thought I'd be cruising through job interviews. You know, I'm a smart guy. I got a lot of charisma. I thought it'd be easy. Most of the job interviews are online, though, so what happens is, you forget about them. You're farting around the computer, you're watching a hockey fight compilation, and a Zoom window pops up. You're like, oh, here we go. All right. And, you could skate on charisma for, like, most of the small talk, but Then they start to really hammer you with the tough questions. They'll go, Alec, can you name a time in your life when you faced adversity? You ever been so unprepared it comes off as white privilege? I'm like, adversity! And then you slam the screen shut and blame the Wi-Fi. That's the move. Would you want me to wait and be like, oh, you know, this one time at sailing camp, there wasn't any wind. Like, I'm gonna blame the Wi-Fi. I got a temporary job right now. I'm a substitute teacher. Yeah, if you ever wanted to find out how your friends really feel about you, just tell them that you're teaching. So they'll just say things to your face like, wow, they must really need people, huh? Yeah, there's a shortage of heroes right now, actually. It's always your buddies that work in like tech sales or something. And I would never say that to them about their jobs. I'd never be like, wow, they must really need a washed up D3 athlete with a coke problem, huh? I'm doing my best for these kids, okay? I'm trying. I'm an educator. It is tough. I did a whole lesson on apostrophes the other day. I think it was all wrong. I think the whole thing was wrong. They're asking me, like, how do I know if it's possessive? I'll sound it out. I don't know. Good part about being a sub, though, for the most part, your job is just throwing on a movie and then watching the first half of that movie 6 times in a row during the day. By the time you get to 7th period, you're like, look, kids, we're starting Mulan from the middle, okay? I gotta find out this bitch defeats the Huns. I'm losing my mind. And I don't like that word sub either. I think that's very demeaning to me, okay? In my classroom, I am not a sub. I am the dom, all right? You'll find out everything about your life on the internet almost instantly. Remember when we were growing up and we thought all of our teachers just lived at the school? Now I'll be in the middle of a lesson, some kid will pull up his phone and just be like, damn, mister, you live in a bad part of town. I had some kid comment on a comedy promo of me and he just said, your ass. I was like, Eric, this needs an apostrophe, dude. Come on. I'm trying to get a girlfriend right now. I put having a girlfriend on my vision board. It's a big goal for me. Don't laugh at that. I don't know. Look, everyone's got a girlfriend now. Even like the weird friend in my group, he's got a girlfriend, and she's way out of his league, like suspiciously out of his league. But she says it's because he has big golden retriever energy. You heard that? Big golden retriever energy? I don't know. I think it's kind of cute. It's cute. It's fun. Like, I'm gonna start saying that. Big golden retriever energy. We were all calling it mild autism, so. It's like, have you met Dave? He's a biter. Just dating as a whole, I'm feeling very hetero-pessimistic about it. I'm straight guy. Any other straighties? Straighties? Woo! Trying to make that into a like we see each other. It's not really catching on. I'm working on it. I'm not a trendsetter. I just do my best. I don't know. I just as a whole, like as for a straightie, you know, it's as a guy, it feels like I'm always just giving dating advice I didn't ask for, especially on social media. On my feed, it'll just be beautiful women with their phones in front of their face saying things like, hey guys, here's the 13 things you do that give girls the ick. Number 1, existing. Number 2, ankle socks. I'm like, all right, should I go to Kohl's or kill myself? What's the move? I'll do both. I'll try. The sad part is, though, the flip side of that coin is the alpha male content. The guys with the aviators smoking the cigars being like, how value men are bred to be hunters. Are you ready to hunt for your prey? It's like, no, dude, I'm gonna make like pizza rolls or something. I hate all that alpha male content, dude. It's very toxic. And especially it sucks when your friends do it. Like I had a buddy, he posted an Instagram that said, when she broke up with you, she made a bet on your future. Make sure she loses that bet. I'm like, are you about to shoot up a casino? What are you talking about? It's sad because I wish my boys could just feel comfortable enough to talk to me. Like, I've been going to therapy for like a month, okay? I'm an emotional intelligence brown belt at this point, all right? I got moves, dude. You want to kill yourself? Have you tried going for a walk, my man? What about breathing, huh? I could use those tips, though. I'm not great. I had a girl over my place the other night for a movie night, and I picked out the movie. About halfway through, she starts kissing my neck a little bit. Hand starts going around my belt, so I press pause, and I'm like, hey, what's up? You don't like the movie? What's going on? I know you wanted Netflix and chill. This is HBO Max and pay attention right now. And I get it. She wants to get into it on the first date. It's very fun and all, but I'm going slow in this hookup culture now because I've noticed that although we're more likely to hook up on the first date, these hookups are turning into things that are a little bit more physical than for my liking. I'm a kinky guy. I get it, okay? But it's a little bit different when we have a couple margaritas, you come back to my place, and there's a lot of slapping, spitting, choking, pulling, grabbing, things of that. I'm going on these Hinge dates. I'm ending up in cage fights. Is this happening to people? I'm wearing a condom and a mouth guard. I'm not having fun anymore. I'm kidding. I'm just wearing a mouth guard. Come on, Ryan. Ah, come on, give me that. He doesn't want any part of it, but play along. And look, we're all kinky people, right? I like being kinky. That's very fun. But there's a difference between being kinky and being open hand slapped in the face when you don't see it coming, okay? She's riding you cowgirl and just whack! You like that? I'm like, yeah, that was hot. Give me a second, my eyes are coming. And it's like, what do I say to my boys when I've had an encounter like this? Because normally, sex is a very high-five situation. We go back, we're pumped about it, we're stoked. But what do I talk about when I've had an encounter and I feel like I've been embarrassed and I feel used and I feel dirty? I'm like, yeah, dude, went back with the girl from the bar last night. Uh-huh. Yeah? Well, let me tell you, my man, I could use a hug. All right, guys, that's been my time. Thank you very much.
Some of you know what I'm talking about. Can you turn a compliment into an argument? That's what I want to know. I live in Los Angeles, California, and every new idea that comes out of there, they adopt it immediately. And I'm a little more conservative. Like the new one is any man that says they're a woman, immediately you must address him as a woman. And I'm progressive. I'm like, all right, but they should have to pass a test first. Because women have skills men don't have. You can't just say, I'm a woman. Do something a woman could do, then I'll believe you. Right? Can you break into my iPhone in the time I go to the bathroom and come back to the dinner table? Just something basic. Can you be totally starving but have no idea what you want to eat? Some of you know what I'm talking about. Can you turn a compliment into an argument? That's what I want to know. It's like, babe, you look beautiful tonight, so I didn't look beautiful last night? You're good. You are good. You look so photogenic, so I don't look beautiful in real life? Actually, I believe there's so many things women can do better than guys. Women can do things. Here's one example that I was at the mall with my nephew babysitting. I'm just walking through the mall, and a woman I didn't know pulled up a knee. She goes, "Is that your son?" I go, "No, it's my nephew." And she without any hesitation, she says, "He is adorable. What's your name?" "You are so cute. Marcus, when you turn 18, I'm coming back for you. You're a little heartbreaker. Save him for me. He's so cute." And she walked away. Went back to shopping. I challenge any man in this room. Any guy, go to the mall, just approach a woman you don't know. "Is that your niece? Can I have a word with her, please?" Wow, when you turn 18, I'm coming back for you. Save her for me. That's a good one.
You don't get to walk out of the mall. They escort you out of the... I was just talking to kids. That's right, R. Kelly. Tell it to the judge. Tell it to the judge. There's things women can do. How about it's Valentine's Day, or maybe your girl misses you and she sends you a romantic picture. You're like, whoa, you're excited. Maybe it's been a long day at work. Ooh, can't wait to get home. She misses me. Women can send those romantic pictures. But men, if you send a picture of you laying in the beach, rolling around in the sand, bending over in a Speedo, when are you coming home, babe? You're not gonna get a positive reaction. A lot of guys are getting busted for taking those romantic pictures. Here's what I do. I turn this show into a TED Talk. I teach men how to take the best, most seductive picture for the women in this room. Here's what you do, guys. Go home, get in the closet, and put all your clothes on. Your best clothes. Don't take anything off. Put on your dress shoes, dress socks, dress pants, belt, shirt, tie, suit coat, briefcase. Make it look like you're going to work. If you really want to turn her on, let your 401k dangle out of the front of the briefcase, just ever so. Just a little tip, just a little tip. All right, I want to start off with something I saw on Dr. Phil. Anybody watch Dr. Phil? I was watching Dr. Phil. He said, you can tell how smart a crowd is if they'll do something with you, a little audience interaction. So we're going to do this. Everyone put your thumb up on one side right there, that thumb up. Then put your pinky towards the thumb on the other. Yeah, there we go. I guess some of you having trouble with this part already. All right, here we go. Okay. I feel bad for that guy right there. Look, you hold your hand up. He goes, dude, what is this, dude? What is this? Okay, this means nothing to you, but the rest of you, thumb up, pinky to the thumb. Now, here's what Dr. Phil said. You can tell how smart a crowd is by how quickly they can switch it. Are you getting this? We have a very special crowd tonight in Utah. We're gonna keep the jokes real dumb for you tonight. Are we feeling good? Yes! Bottom of the barrel, nice and easy. But we do feel good. I feel good. I know I'm getting older, but I'm not old. And there's little signs that we're getting older every day. Like when you go to buy a flight, you have to pick the year you were born on that stupid spin dial. Yeah, I used to not mind. I see some young people, you don't mind. You're right there on the default. There I go. There's my birthday. That was me not long ago. But lately, it's been a little bit of a brrr. I don't like that brrr. And some of you aren't laughing. You're brrr, brrr, aren't you? Your arms are crossed. Because young people have good lives. We have a bad memory to go with every single one of those years. Oh, that's when the stock market crashed. Should have sold my home there. That's when you know who got elected. We all have a bad memory. But be positive. You know who I feel bad for? My grandmother. I had to buy a flight for her. That was like I was on The Price is Right. Wow. Got on the wheel, just brrr. We went and had lunch, came back, it was still spinning. You gotta age gracefully. That's what I've decided. You know, wrinkles are coming in. I'm gonna leave them. I'm a man. Gonna have wrinkles. I'm gonna use them for good. If anybody needs help getting around town, I'm just gonna use it like a road map. Where are you trying to go, player? Where you wanna go? The airport, La Cienega, make a left on Manchester. You'll find it. You get lost, come see my forehead. No big deal, right? That's right. I can't wait to go bald. Helping people around the globe. It doesn't matter. Right, sir? Yes. No big deal. That's right. Because I did the most amazing show recently. I was on a yacht on Mother's Day for 150 mothers in Orange County, California, Newport Beach, on a yacht, going around the harbor, and it was beautiful, and the women were beautiful, and I was the only man on the cruise. Picture that, 150 Orange County moms and me, and it felt good. They laughed at my jokes, and I knew if the yacht were to sink, those women would float. Have you been to Orange County? If they'd been on the Titanic, Jack would have survived. Orange County women, they come with their own flotation devices. They just be waiting for help to arrive. Just wait. Waiting. Not all of them, some of them float different, just. But that's still sea level. They're okay. The only ones I was worried about are the younger ones. They flow different. Sun's out, buns out. Yeah. Those mothers were beautiful. And one of the moms, I go, how old are you? She goes, I won't tell you my age, but I'm about 25 years older than you are. I go, Mike, you look younger than me. She goes, well, I have a spa. You should come to my day spa, and I'm going to do a treatment for you. Now, I would never do something like this, but she said my favorite word, free. So I go in there, and she goes, we're going to do cryogenic face freezing for you. I'd never even heard of that. She goes, here's what it is. She basically blew a blow dryer on my face full of dry ice. 1 minute, she goes, that would have been $60. What did you think? I said, that would have been a ripoff. She goes, what do you mean? That's a really good treatment. I was like, no, because I'm older now. I'm smart. I know you get the same experience at Costco in the produce section. You know what I'm talking about. Where's my bulk members? That's what's up. Go in there in the summer, do your whole body for $65. You get a sample on the way out. You're good. That's what I like. You get wisdom when you get older, so I don't mind. Like the other day, I invited a girl over to Netflix and chill, and that's all we did. It was awesome. But one thing I don't like about getting older is the fashion keeps moving forward. Every generation wants to have their own fashion, and now the skinny jeans are the thing. And look at these pants. Some of you mocked them when I came out. Oh, look at those pants. I didn't design these, I bought them. This is what they offer. I'm from the 90s. We wore cargo pants back then. Any men still wear cargo pants? Any real men? Yeah, see? Real men wear cargo. Where's the men wearing skinny jeans? Where are you at? Yeah. And the rest wanted to clap, but they're too tight. It's like, I can't even... It's painful. Real men wear cargo pants. If you called a plumber and he showed up in skinny jeans, would you trust that man? It looks yucky to me, too. Not one of these. Cargo pants, man, get in there. I'll fix this for you. You'll be back at this toilet in no time. That's what you need. A fireman, a police officer, the military, cargo pants. That was me. In the 90s, I had so many pockets. I didn't even know what to do with all the pockets. One time I moved from one apartment to the other just with my pants. I didn't even need a U-Haul, budget truck. I got my futon, my big screen TV, potted plants. Everything was in those pants, man. I miss those. And you gotta understand, like, I was like a young guy. I was like puka shell necklace wearing dude. With a button-down shirt, going to the club, but baggy. I was boy band up top, gangster rapper down below. And I felt good, because at the club, you could dance with cargo pants. And even if you didn't know how to dance, the pants covered up all that footwork. You didn't have to know. Girls like, you're good. It's like, no, you just can't see what's going on under here. This is horrible. I feel like Ellen DeGeneres. What is it? With these pants, you gotta know what you're doing on the dance floor. Plus, when you put them on as a man, you don't feel very good. When women put on tight pants, you feel fierce, ready to take over the club. Yeah, that's right, she's wearing them. Feel fierce. When men put on skinny jeans, we're making decisions the whole way up. All right, what's going down the left, what's going down the right? It's gonna be there for... Took you guys a little while, I expected that. You gotta make decisions. And then you look in the mirror and you feel feminine immediately. When you wear skinny jeans, you can't help it. That's why it's called H&M. Put them on, you're like, These are the pants. You're saying, why are you wearing them? Because I perform for college kids, then comedy clubs, and cruise ships. So I do the whole thing. But we're the kids, you want to look like them. But I don't like these pants. When you go to the club, back in the day, you had your cargo pants. Listen up, children. We used to wear cargo pants at the club, and you were a better man, because a girl would be like, babe, I'm dancing, it's so much fun. I want you to hold my lip gloss. You're like, give me that, I got a pocket for that right there. You could hold her lip gloss. Baby, give me your keychains. I got that right over here, pow. I got moisturizer, I got Visine, I had a pharmacy in my pants. Everything was in there. Girl, you look thirsty, take a water. You can keep that one. I got a whole 24-pack. I'm good. You just dance all night. You were an extension of her purse. I think it's a conspiracy theory to take men's power away. Because now that we're wearing skinny jeans, we're not valuable anymore. We go to the club, ladies, you're like, babe, hold my lip gloss. You're like, I don't got no room for that. You want equal rights, this is what it looks like. You fought for this, remember. Comedy is under attack. People get offended, and there's a new culture out there who can get offended first and for other people. And that's the weirdest thing in the world. I had that at a show I did once. There was a blind gentleman in the front row, and I was teasing the blind guy, and he was having a great time. After the show, he said, most people ignore that I'm even there, so thank you for making me feel like a part of it. And that's where his head was at. But during the show, I'm teasing the blind guy, and a woman in the back is like, excuse me, I'm offended. I'm like, what? Why are you? Because don't talk to him anymore. I'm offended for the blind gentleman. I'm like, you're offended for him? He's laughing. He's facing the wrong way, but he's laughing. And to his credit, this is the best part. I go, do you know her? He goes, I've never seen her a day in my life. Yes. That guy was a good dude. I blame the next generation because they're offended by everything now. They've never been through a war, a draft, anything. I'm part of that generation too, but we got to knock off the sensitivity. We have to, because honestly, they get offended now about cyber bullies. That's the big thing. Talk to any student. What's the worst problem you're facing? Cyber bullies. It's horrible. They can pick on you on the internet. Oh, really? Our generation had real bullies. They pulled our real underwear up our real butt crack. Yeah. It really hurt, you know? You don't have to pull a Twitter out of your Snapchat at the end of the school. Cyber bullies. I got bullied a lot because I look like a guy who can fight, but I can't, so the bully would naturally pick on me. Ladies, don't be confused. These muscles will not defend you. These are for looks. These are designer muscles. That's what these are. Yeah. These are for Starbucks. They're not for Tai Chi, they're for chai tea. That's what you do with this. Even the exercises I do cannot help me in a fight. Like I do the CrossFit stuff. You get those battle ropes. Have you seen those guys? I'm one of those. I'm good at that. That's not gonna help me in a fight. Like with this dude. The biggest dude in the room, sat him in the front, ruined the view for 14 rows. Who sat this room? And just to mock you, he put his hair bigger. What are you gonna do about it? And we're not gonna do anything. Like if he came to fight me, what am I gonna do? Wait till I get your shoelaces. That ain't even gonna work because he's wearing sandals. Give me this thing right here. Give me the... I am defenseless against this man. He's a good sport, right? He's a good sport, man. But at least I go to the gym. Dr. Phil also said, if you want to build the bond with someone you're dating, go to the gym together. It'll make your relationship stronger. I went to the gym with a girl I was dating. We broke up immediately after that. Everything I wanted to do, she was telling me no. It was crazy. I was like, let's do some pull-ups. Well, let's do something over here. Finally I go, all right, let's do 10 push-ups. We'll go home. She's like, I'm definitely not doing that. I go, 10 push-ups, why not? She goes, I don't want to get huge shoulders and chest muscles. Thank you. I was like, it doesn't work like that. People work their whole life to look like that. She thinks she's going to be like, 1, 2, 3, 4, hit. She can't even get to 10. 5, 6, yeah! Yeah! Look what you did to me. I told you it wasn't safe. Now what? I'd be like, oh my goodness, you were right. I told you. Now I have to join the bodybuilding competitions. Move to California, become an action star. I didn't want to do that. And then I'm like, well, look at your neck. Is that a tumor? It's not a tumor, muscle. Oh, man. I'm glad you guys laughed at me. My name is Kayvon. That's my real name. I believe I got into comedy because of my family. My dad is from the Middle East. His name is Iraj. Yeah. And they're funny without even knowing it. My dad's name is Iraj. He has a brother named Turaj. I'm like, what? If they would have had more boys, 3 Raj, 4 Raj, 5 Raj, 6. And my dad has a thick accent. He's always like, thanks God you're here. Thanks God you're laughing. Thanks God. I'm like, Dad, don't take the H out of thanks. Turn it into tanks. It's so weird. When he takes the H out of words, it's always at the worst time. One time I was playing video games at home with my friends. My dad came in the room, turned off the Nintendo, and lectured us. He's like, in Iran, I studied hard. I did not play video. I work hard. I graduated 3rd in my class. I'm like, did he just turn 3rd into turd? What? My friends are laughing. You were turd? Yes, I was turd. It wasn't easy to be turd. I had to push and earn that turd all by myself. I'm just hiding in the corner like, Dad, stop, you weren't turd. I was turd. One guy tried to take my turd, but I work hard for turd. I became turd, I made that guy fart. Yes. You might think fart is okay, but fart comes and goes. Turd, you have something to show for what you have. I'm like, Dad, I am in 3rd grade right now. Please stop the lecture. Please. The other day I laughed at something I probably shouldn't have. That's usually the best kind of laugh because you didn't mean to do it. I was on the treadmill jogging and there was a Mexican guy next to me on the treadmill going to leave the gym, threw his backpack on, 3 oranges fell out. I thought it was hilarious. My friend said, why are you laughing? I go, Mexican guy had oranges in his backpack. He said, that's racist. Ooh, when that word comes out, I have to defend myself immediately. I said, it's not racist and I can prove it. I would have laughed no matter what came out of anybody's backpack. He goes, what are you talking about? I go, if he'd been Hawaiian and 3 pineapples flew out, that would have been funny too. That's right. He could have been Irish. That would have been even better. 3 potatoes came out. That would be... I'd just be dodging them all like that. Ah! Little river dance, right? And that became a metaphor for life. I think we all have our own backpack and we could just laugh about what's in it, right? We got Italian people here tonight. What would come out of our Italian friend's backpack? Meatball, spaghetti, handgun, forget about it, whatever, you know? We got Asian people. What comes out of our Asian friend's backpack? You guys are good at this. Rice, sushi. I was thinking homework and calculators, okay, guys? You're going a little too far, right? And you can just play this all along. I'm Persian. People yell, kebab, pagers, gold chains, a rug. It doesn't matter. It's just funny. And it's not racist because the funniest one I thought of is not even a person of color. The funniest one I thought of is a Russian dude. We all know what would come out of a Russian dude's backpack. Not vodka. Smaller Russian guy with even smaller backpack would fly out. He throws backpack even smaller Russian guy all the way down to little baby Russian with a little baby backpack. So as a group, we're laughing, we're having fun, we're not racist. Thank you for laughing, everybody.
Comedy Now, Uncensored, starring Russell Peters. Please welcome Russell Peters.
Look at this audience, man. It's like a Benetton ad. Man, this is good. This is a lot of different kinds of people here tonight. Good evening, folks. You all right? Yeah. Well, one Indian guy's all right, and the rest of you are okay, so that's good. Oh, that's crazy, that laugh. All right, good. It's good to be back. I was at my parents' house about a month ago, and I was watching TV with my dad, right? We were sitting in the living room watching TV, and they had like the Gay Pride Parade was on that weekend. And well, whatever makes you happy. And they were showing, they had like a live feed, not like a live feed, but like they were showing the parade, right? they were showing it on TV, right? So, would you grow up? All right, so we're watching it, right? We're watching the parade, right? And then all of a sudden, these 3 gay Indian guys came on the screen, right? I don't mean came on the screen, but I mean they appeared, right? So I'm watching it, right? And these 3 gay Indian guys are like, hey, we are Indian and we're gay. We represent the gay South Asian community. And my dad looks at me and he goes, that is disgusting. Do you know them? I was like, why the hell would I know them? Because they are of the gay, and you are in the entertainment business. Then my dad started to get really irritated with them, because they just kept showing them on the screen. It didn't really bother me, because it's just, it's gay pride, and they're just being proud and gay, right? So my dad started to get really irritated with them, going, this is wrong. We should not have gay Indians. Indian men should not be gay. I go, Dad, we got a population crisis over there. We could use a couple of homos in India right now, you know what I'm saying? I love it when people concern themselves with stuff that's never going to affect their life. You know what I mean? Same-sex marriages, I got bigger things to worry about than a same-sex marriage. I got to worry about an arranged marriage. Be out of control when they got same-sex arranged marriages. That's when it's going to be out of control. You know what I mean? Indian family realizes their son's gay when he's young, We must find him a nice boy. Someone from a good family and a big closet. Arranged marriage is a big problem in my community, man. You know what I mean? It's not so much a problem, it's a problem if you want it to be a problem. I mean, it's a problem for me, you know what I mean? My parents tried that on me last year. They came up to me, they're like, my mom goes, Russell, you're getting older now. And you're not married. What if I bring some nice girls home for you? I go, I bring nice girls home all the time. They just leave in the morning, That's a nice girl right there. It's like, no, I will pick some girls and you can choose the one you like. Like, are you out of your mind, man? My mom wanted to pick my wife. I wouldn't let my mom pick my clothes. Imagine my mom walking in with this girl. I know she's a little big now, but you'll grow into her. Big deal in the Indian community if you're not married, man. I'm not married. I'm not really big on this whole marriage thing, I love women too much to get married, you know what I mean? Because if you love women and you get married, then you just love woman. I don't know if I'm ready to do that yet, I'm scared of getting that disease, too. You know that disease when you get married? One-gina? I don't want to get stuck with one-gina for the rest of my life, Oh, man. I've been doing a lot of traveling. I just came back from South Africa. I was in the motherland. Not my motherland, obviously, you know what I mean? It's black people's motherland, I'm Indian, we have our own motherland. England, I was, The night I came back from South Africa, though, it was funny. I was doing a show the same night I came back, and I'm on stage, and I go, yeah, I just came back from South Africa. Some drunk white lady in the back of the room yells out, yeah, man! I said South Africa. Yeah, man! Not friggin' Jamaica. She'd be better off yelled out. Some people don't like to laugh at that joke. They think it's racist. You ever see that movie, The Gods Must Be Crazy? Yeah, remember the first time you saw Little African Brother movie? You were laughing your ass off, weren't you, huh? The first time I saw the movie, I was like,